Asterix champions, not so much Asterix promotions, but we're not talking about them yet.
No.
I know he's already got his Leeds United hat on.
Yeah.
RVLUFC Radcliffe on the old Facebook, wasn't it, Arv? But it was the impact on
Lady killer, mate, lady killer.
You are if you're on top.
Fucking hell. That's why they need the CBD. Loosen them up.
Need more than fucking CBD. COVID impact on football. Then it was a weird year. I mean, we go back to it. I think we were obviously watching a lot of football, Champions League sort of. It was that group, class 16. And I remember going away to Switzerland with a few of the boys, going skiing, and we were all laughing and joking. Laughing and joking about the way that COVID was impacting.
Well, how was Ian? Was he all right?
It was busy. So it just seemed, it was a bit of a laugh and a joke at the start, and then it sort of seemed to catch up on us. I remember Mikel Arteta and Callum Hudson-Odoi were sort of the first two people in football world to get COVID, and Sky Sports breaking news popping up on the phone, and everyone sort of was like, fucking hell, this is really serious, this. And I remember Liverpool had an Atletico Madrid game. Do you remember that? Where it was it was high in Madrid, and then they came over, and it was there was question marks on whether that shouldn't have happened.
Cheltenham Races was on
Cheltenham
that week
Races.
as well.
I mean, that was
people,
and that was in hindsight.
But Cheltenham, you'd argue probably not. They made a load of money. So.
Well, not if Harvey was there, they would have made a bit more.
I was going to say,
if Harv's tips gets any big, they're going to be laughing. Keep backing them, lads.
Mate, I've told you.
Retweeting you, mate.
The slogan is the bookie's favourite channel, mate. It's the bookie's favourite channel, mate.
But it was the null and void crew came out then, didn't they? At the end of March. I mean, there's two. I mean, to be fair, Manchester United shouldn't have wanted the null and void because you wouldn't have been Champions Leagues. I mean,
the null and void crew.
It was wasted now.
Yeah.
Already gone.
Well, already done now. 6 games.
Yeah.
Thank you, Istanbul Başakşehir.
Yeah, good laugh. Good set of lads, aren't they?
Yeah, cracking. Demba Ba. Can't get him out of my memory.
Did he score a goal at Anfield once, didn't he, Demba Ba?
Yeah, I don't know what was that. Can you just talk us through it? Because obviously
no idea, lads. We're talking about the impact of football of COVID.
Yeah.
So we'll just stick on topic. It's really important.
COVID was obviously, came from China, if you're not aware, the Wuhan flu, as they're calling it, or our mate Donald overseas.
The China virus.
Yeah, the Chinese virus. But yeah, COVID, there's going to, obviously the legacy of COVID is going to go on forever, but actually I think football was one of the first sports to get back, and I don't think the clubs and the Premier League get enough credit to get everything in place, get all the club doctors, the people behind the scenes, to get football back on so quickly was amazing, really. If you think about it now, how much we know about it now versus what we knew about it then, and within 6 weeks, football's back on, and it gave the nation a lift. Whether or not you want to see it, I personally was like, right, well, it feels like back to normalcy when football's back on the telly, something different to watch.
Something to watch.
Football is great because it's a sport for everyone.
It's a nation's sport, isn't it, at the end of the day, and it goes underrated. I mean, you can go around any park in the country and see people kicking a ball around, people watching it in every pub. It brings people together, and there's an underrated aspect on society that football plays that people don't really give it credit for.
No.
Footballers get a lot of hate. I mean, for me, I don't agree with it. I had a lot of issues early in the year when the whole Mason Greenwood stuff came around, and all his messing around and stuff, and people people went for him though, and they made out that he'd like raped someone and stuff, and it was awful. And footballers get a bad rap, and they get a lot of attention because they earn a lot of money, and that's nothing to do with them. That's to do with us, the people that like to spend it on them.
Like you, $12.99 on Amazon.
Yeah, I know exactly. I've seen you coming. You won't spend any money on a first date, but you'll pay $12.99 for football. Edit that one out, Harry. But yeah, no. So the impact on and I just thought footballers got a bad rap. If you remember at the start of the way that Hancock came out and stuff, and a lot of people were saying you need to take pay cuts and all this crap. Football clubs weren't allowed to take furlough even though they were hemorrhaging money. And it was like football was sort of the villain in this part. And
the government needed someone to blame, didn't they?
They did, and then but the government were more than happy straight away to turn around and be like, get football back. And I thought, George, that football was needed, and they came back and they did it right, and they've shown that it can be done, and hopefully it's not going to go away.
No, I agree with you. I think sport in general doesn't get enough credit for the impact it has on society, and for once the Premier League probably have to be applauded. And again, the greatest compliment you give them is that I think they've done all right. So no, mate, I think football was huge, and it's made the lockdowns definitely go a lot easier, even if I'm a Man United fan. So
no, yeah, and I don't know if you sort of saw that Bielsa ever Just a few technical problems there.
There we go.
Turn him up, lad. Turn you down.
Turn you on.
Yeah.
Or off.
Steady, steady. Family show this, by the way, folks.
Bit of blue, lads.
Yeah, bit of blue for dads, bit of blue. No, but Bielsa actually had his medical team in January buy a COVID PCR testing machine. So Leeds, this is where the controversy stems with
Are
Leeds.
we on about Leeds again?
No, it's
Tell you
COVID.
what, we've done well to make this a Leeds
Co-
night
mate,
already.
We went 5 minutes, didn't we, George?
Well,
blissful.
Round of
It was
applause for
blissful,
Harvey
yeah.
to
Mate,
ignore Leeds for 5 minutes.
I'm just putting it out there. Leeds were the first club back training in the Championship because Bielsa.
Because you had a title to go
Yeah.
and win.
Exactly.
You only won it because of COVID, didn't
Yeah,
you?
that's it. Where's Karen when you need her?
Karen, whatever.
It is ironic.
Karen
Our name is
Carney.
Karen.
Karen,
Every
whatever her
week,
name
please.
is. Well,
Yeah.
she's a Karen.
Yeah, Karen by name, Karen by nature.
Absolutely.
I'm fucking clueless. Anyway, no, so like
She
obviously.
wouldn't even get in your five-a-side team.
Fucking hell, mate. If she's in my five-a-side team, we're struggling because we've got you at the back as well. So fuck, mate. No, but yeah, I mean,
Dynamic.
It's just interesting.
Harvey
how-
in net, mate. You
Mate.
can't get through us.
I was going to say.
Fucking
Don't
some
lose
back
many
four
games
is
with
that.
you two at the
Nah,
back.
clean sheet and a 13-0 win. What it has. Like, I thought Van Dijk was playing at the back for a minute, and then I
Yeah.
realised he still had 2 working knees. So, no, yeah. So anyway, right. Well, let me finish my point. Basically, COVID tested clubs, and the clubs with money and the clubs with foresight and good organisations were the ones ready. And then you had clubs like Newcastle that were floundering around, saying they hadn't had any training to do. But then all of a sudden, all the top 4 clubs were ready to go. And it just shows that if you have good management in place, if you have good training facilities in place, when life, throws a curveball like that, these big clubs, it was business as normal within 6 weeks. I mean, it's amazing, really.
Yeah, and I think the way that the testing was done, sort of, they rolled it out, and I think we all learnt a lot at the start of I mean, we all look back to March and April and the way that we were. Everyone sort of shit themselves and went, we can't leave the house. And now, obviously, it's sort of the same sort of situation, and we're all cracking on, and it's a bit more normal.
Just as it's going
Well,
crazy.
I was going to say, probably not after this episode,
Yeah.
really. I think.
Well, yeah, we are recording this before everything's gone into lockdown again. For lockdown 3.0.
They're never ending lockdowns, really, innit?
No, they're not.
Anyway, let's put some more positive news.
Yeah, exactly. What a year! What a year!
Yeah.
The best side.